Hey everyone, my name is Jamie Leigh. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel and for watching this video today. This is basically going to be a little bikini slash one-piece bathing suit try-on haul. I know that loads of people ask me questions all the time about where I get my bathing suits, what my experiences have been like ordering suits online from places like CupShe or even from places like Aerie or Bikini Village, and I thought that this would be a great chance for me to kind of just share my experiences, talk about the good things, the bad things about ordering bikinis online, and also to talk about how long shipping was, return policies, etc. So we'll jump right into it with this bikini that I have on right now. This one I actually just got last week from Aerie, and you guys will know I've been absolutely loving Aerie for the past while, and their bathing suits are no exception at all. I personally love this. I think it's very, very flattering. I will say that this top is too small for me. I got it in a size small, but my boobs are just bursting out, so I probably will have to exchange this for a size medium. I do usually wear a size small in tops, and it does fit me around here, just like the actual bust area is too small. So if I were to swim in this, I would be just out everywhere. But this I actually got during a buy one get one free sale, which Aerie has pretty often, and that meant that I paid $14.07 for the top and $14.07 for the bottom. So $28 total for what I think is a very cute suit. I did get the bottoms in a size medium just because I do have a bigger butt and bigger legs, as I've said in the past. I think that I probably could have sized down to a small. This part at the top is a little bit big on me, but I kind of like that because I don't like my bathing suit to be really tight on my belly. I would rather it be a little looser, so if I'm eating a lot or having a couple of cocktails, it will expand and I won't feel uncomfortable. So they are quite cheeky. They're also a lot higher at the front, but if you're short like me, one of the benefits of having a very high cut leg is it does kind of elongate your legs and make you look not necessarily taller, but like you don't have tiny little stick legs like I usually look. And I think that it hits at just the right spot for me, and it definitely looks very slimming. This top is the wide strap scoop top. I definitely think that it's cute. I don't have a problem with it, but I do personally find it to be just a little bit plain. So I am going to actually show a different top that I've purchased from a different store instead of this, that I think is just a teeny bit cuter and matches with the bottoms really well. But it is a nice top. If you need a lot of support or if you have bigger boobs, definitely recommend sizing up in this. But like I said before, I think the bottoms I could have sized down. I would probably just go with your regular size in these, unless like me you want some extra belly room. Now I also got these sunglasses from Aerie, which obviously the light reflection will make them look a little bit strange, but they're just like a simple little aviator style like tortoise shell glass, and these only cost $3. 100% UV protection. I think these are really cute and thought I would just mention them if anybody's looking for like a cute cheap pair of sunglasses. One other thing I also got from Aerie is cute little pair of slides. These ended up only costing me $10 because they were on sale. Definitely keep your eye out. You can get great things for very cheap at Aerie. These are super comfortable. They're thick enough that they actually have good foot padding. So I find them to be very comfortable, and I think they'll be great for just slipping on when you're going to the pool. So this is just another top variation that I think would look really nice with these bottoms, and is probably what I'll end up wearing with them if I can't exchange that other top for a different size. But it is by Kenneth Cole, and it has this beautiful, this is all beading and it's golden turquoise. It's very, very well made. I would say as well made as the Aerie ones, but this was expensive. I got it as part of a buy two get one free deal at Bikini Village, and I think that the price for this still ended up being probably around $40. So it's definitely on the higher end of what swim can be. The back is very, very cute. It's very strappy. It has another strap up here that holds you in. I find it impossible to do up the clasp at the back by myself, and I'm here alone today, so it's barely holding on there. While I think that this is a very nice top and I love it, I don't think I could justify buying more bathing suits from somewhere like Bikini Village or La Vie en Rose Aqua, any of those places, because of places like Aerie and like CupShe and maybe even Zaful, though I've never purchased from them, where the bathing suits are way less expensive, but they're still just as nice. Like, realistically, it's something you're only going to have on your body for like a couple hours at a time. And a lot of that time you're going to be swimming or you're going to be relaxing. So do we really need to be spending this much money on something? You be the judge of that. Next, we're going to try on a couple different bathing suits from CupShe, and I'll talk to you all about them, what the shipping's like, etc. Okay, so this is a very different style of bikini from the last one that I had on. Obviously, these bottoms are tiny, and honestly, I'm not sure if I'm into this style of bottoms anymore after having so many of the high-waisted pairs. But this is the Court and Spark Fresh Leave set from CupShe. And the full set right now on the site costs $25 US, so not very expensive for a set. I personally got this in a size medium because I wanted to make sure that the bottoms fit, and a lot of the reviews mentioned that the bottoms are really, really small. So they're definitely small. If I had have got a size small, there's no way they would have fit without absolutely crushing my butt. But that's just something to mention. As I've stated in the past, I'm usually a size 4 or 6 in bottoms in US sizing. So make sure that you read the reviews. That's all I'm gonna say. I sized up in both of my bathing suits from CupShe. The top is very cute in this set. It is like a real wrap top. So nothing is keeping these closed except for the fact that I've got it tied up in the back. And it took me about 2 weeks from the day that I ordered this set to the day that it arrived at my house, which it was right before Christmas when I did it. We were having a postal service disruption in Canada, so you might even get it quicker than that, but I think that even 2 weeks to come from overseas is a perfectly adequate amount of time. And like I said, I've had absolutely no quality problems with these bathing suits. They aren't see-through or anything. I've worn them in the water. They haven't gotten discolored or changed at all. They haven't stretched out. So I know that I've definitely seen some people with horror stories about bathing suits that they've ordered from CupShe, but that hasn't been my personal experience. I've found them both to be really nice. I will definitely say that this bathing suit definitely does feel cheaper, like in terms of the materials, the actual cups inside, which are like very small circular cups versus like a full sewn in cup or anything. It does feel cheaper than the Aerie bathing suits or than the ones that I've gotten from somewhere like Bikini Village, but the prices are really good. So if you're on a budget and you need like a couple of new bathing suits, I think it can be a really good option. But please note that the return policy is apparently very bad, and it's super hard to get your money back if your bathing suit doesn't fit, or if you just get it and you decide that the style isn't for you. So if you're planning on ordering, make sure that you're okay with not getting that money back if the bathing suits don't fit. Now, you might be able to sell them back here to somebody, like resell them on a Facebook marketplace or on a Kijiji or something, but you need to be able to accept the fact that you might not be able to get that money back. So just fair warning. Now I'll throw on my other CupShe bathing suit, which is actually a one-piece, and I'll be back in a sec. Alright, so this is the Youth and Vigor one-piece. This is also from CupShe, and it also costs $25.50 US right now. So I bought this at the same time as the other bathing suit that I got from them, and I honestly feel like this one's even a little bit nicer than that other one. As you can see, this is very booby on me. I would say arguably even more so than it was on the model in the picture. I did size up to a medium in this as well, and the girls are out to play. So if that makes you uncomfortable, this one might not be good for you. This, what looks like it's like structural boning, it's not. It's just like a sewn on decoration on the front of the bathing suit. But I do think that it definitely adds some visual interest to this suit. Now, this is more of like a traditional full coverage bottom. As I've said in the past, like, full coverage for most people is not full coverage on me. That's something I've come to expect. It does have adjustable straps, so you can make them a bit tighter. For me, if I make them tighter, it just looks like a push-up bra, so I don't do that. And the back is partially open, so I do really like this one. I wear this bathing suit all the time. I will say that the way that it's stretched out, it doesn't actually stay like pressed against my stomach. It kind of sits like half an inch out, if that makes any sense. So if you're somebody who's very self-conscious and like you want to look super thin from the side, that's just something to be aware of. If you didn't have boobs, I don't think it would be as big of a problem, but where it hits my boobs, it kind of like pulls it out from my body, so it's like out from my body until about here. That's just something to keep in mind. But I think this is a great one piece, and I think that one pieces are also really underrated. Like, a lot of people tend to only get like very small skimpy bikinis, and while those are great, I think it's also nice to sometimes have a one piece for if you're going to be going to the beach with your family and your dad doesn't want to see like your entire butt hanging out, or you're planning on going somewhere where you need to be a little bit more covered, where there's going to be loads of kids or whatever. I think it's great to have at least one nice one piece in your arsenal. All right, so this bathing suit is a great story time piece more than it is a great bathing suit. So let me explain. So I got this suit probably 3 or 4 years ago at Bikini Village. Now, I would argue that most bathing suits do not last that long. I love going to the beach. I love going to the pool. So I am pretty hard on my bathing suits in terms of like they're in the water a lot, they're in chlorinated waters, salty waters, and they just generally get beaten up pretty bad. So usually my bathing suits don't last a super long time. This looks identical to the day I got it. And it should, because this puppy cost me close to $200. Which, after everything else I've shown in this video, and $14 bathing suits and $25 sets, this honestly makes me feel a little bit sick to even admit that I spent this much. It was right after I'd gotten out of university. I didn't have a lot of money. My partner and I were just in the process of buying a house, so like we really couldn't afford it. But I tried it on, and the way that this made me feel back then was crazy. I was having a really tough time with my self-esteem back then. I had quite a few bikinis, but I felt terrible in them. I didn't want my belly showing, and I was smaller then than I am now. So I know that it seems crazy, and like I'm not a big person, but I really was struggling. I wanted something that would cover up my stomach, and when I tried this on, I literally felt like a superhero. Like, this bathing suit literally just makes me want to superhero pose, and part of that is the fact that this is the most structured bathing suit I've ever worn. It's probably not super easy to tell, but it is a very thick material. Like, it doesn't necessarily suck you in so much at the sides, but at the front, like if you had any bloat or anything, like it would be holding that in there. You wouldn't have to worry about it. And it also has this little design that's very distracting in terms of like nobody's going to be looking at your stomach when you have this on. Now, this bathing suit, I'm not even sure what brand it's by. The only reason that I'm even putting it on for part of this video is just kind of as a cautionary tale in terms of, yes, this bathing suit at the time, it did a lot to hide the things that I was self-conscious about, but I spent so much money on it, money that we didn't have, because I was feeling self-conscious that somebody was going to look at my stomach and make fun of it. I think that obviously social media is a great thing, and it's wonderful, and we can all connect and meet up with people who have similar interests to ourselves, but it also has such a terrible impact in terms of you see so many unrealistic bodies, and you see people whose entire job is just to work out 6 hours a day, and they look so good, and you want to look like that, but you have to work, and you've got, maybe you're a student, you can't afford to buy a lot of food, you're living off ramen. And I think it's important every once in a while to take a step back, and before you go buy a $200 bathing suit that you can't afford to hide your stomach that nobody's going to be looking at. I think sometimes we just need to take a step back and evaluate logically. Like, nobody actually cares if you look like a supermodel. Nobody cares about the little stretch marks you have on your thighs or on your butt. Nobody cares about your hyperpigmentation marks or about the scars that you got when you were working your part-time job when you were 15. Like, those aren't the things that people are going to remember about you. They're going to remember how confident you were, how happy you were, how kind you were. So I think if we all try and put a little bit of energy into being nicer, better people, not making fun of people because we don't like or agree with the way they look. That includes not making fun of people who are overweight, underweight, plus size, tall, short, skinny, fat, any of those things. Because being any of those things is not a bad thing. Being an asshole is a bad thing. So while this video kind of took a turn, for sure, basically, like, the message I want to get across here is bathing suits are great. Your body as it is right now is great. And any of these places, if you want to go buy a bathing suit right now, I'll link them down below so that you can go check them out yourself. And I hope that this year will be the year that you just wear a bathing suit and you aren't afraid about it. Because there's nothing worse than being so afraid of people seeing you and making fun of you that you stop doing the things you want to do. So if you take anything from this video, I hope it's that you should love you and other people will love you too. And anybody who doesn't, honestly, isn't worth your time or energy anyways, so don't worry about it. Now that I've gotten my giant emotional rant out of the way, I guess I'd just like to say thanks for watching this video. If you haven't already subscribed, please do hit the big red button down below. Hit the bell to be notified when I post. I usually put out a new video every single Tuesday. My sister and I have a combined project coming up that should be pretty interesting. That should hopefully be up next week or the week after. I love you guys. I really hope you have a wonderful day and that you find a bathing suit that makes you feel super confident and doesn't just hide you like this one did for me. Thank you for watching. Bye!